worst thing is when in any situation where you really run out of things to say.
One time, my cousin Jojo got arrested for drawing a penis on a statue of Jesus at the local church. True story. He did it around Easter, so the whole fiasco ended up on the news. It brought shame to the family, but a few days later, he does it again. Different church, same arrest, only this time he used a Sharpie. I ran into Jojo several months later at the local shopping centre, buying another Sharpie. So I say to him, "Hey, Jojo, what are you doing? You're only going to get arrested again." He turns to me and says, "Sheldon, I feel bad for Jesus, you know. He's always depicted as having the worst time, always hanging on the cross for our sins. So I thought, if I draw a dick on Jesus, then eventually someone would have to rub it off. I just want the guy to have a good time." He pays for his Sharpie and he leaves the store. But just before he does, he turns back and says, "Oh, one more thing. I'm moving to Komodo." My cousin Jojo was a weird guy.
There can be more awkward places for it to happen, like I suppose if you were giving a speech or something like that, but generally like mid-conversation. It doesn't matter so much if you're with friends, but when you're actually trying to chat someone up or, you know...
Not having anything to say.
Yeah.
I've seen that before, I've seen a lot of people just
seen it, you've experienced it, haven't you?
I've not experienced it myself.
One time, my cousin Jojo got obsessed with eating toilet paper. True story. See, Jojo had decided he wanted to live on the island of Komodo in the Philippines, but he was scared of planes, so he hitched a ride with a fishing boat. All of a sudden, there was a storm. The ship sinks to the bottom of the sea. Jojo and 3 other crew members were trapped in an air pocket with no food. A few days in, and Jojo gets his dick out and starts pounding away at it. He decides if he's going to go, he's going to go with a smile. So the other crew members started doing the same, pounding away on their bits, when all of a sudden, Jojo stops. Grumbling in his stomach, he was hungry. The only thing he could find was a roll of toilet paper, so he begins to eat it thinking it would stop his hunger pains. Anyway, they get rescued. The crew stop masturbating and put their bits and bobs away. It was never mentioned again, but Jojo had developed a taste for eating toilet paper. Even to this day, he calls me up to send him a few crates of toilet paper to his home on Komodo.
I think that I wouldn't lower my standard to your standards of output. So for me, I stop when I have literally can't think of anything vaguely interesting to say.
Well, I kind of have no filter, so I would just blatantly
noticed you do talk a lot of shit sometimes. So.
Mostly shit. Mostly mixture of shit and brutal honesty, I think is what it is.
One time, my cousin Jojo broke his back trying to ride a Komodo dragon. True story. Whilst living on Komodo Island, he decided to breed and raise Komodo dragons and have them race around a makeshift track. One day, he was caught sleeping with the neighbour's wife. They was right in the middle of the act when the husband walked in. Butt naked, Jojo jumps out the window and makes a run for it. The husband, who could run faster, made Jojo decide that the only way to outrun him was to ride one of his Komodo dragons across the beach. The dragon got spooked and proceeded to climb across a rocky enclosure. Jojo lost his grip and fell and broke his spine on the jagged rocks below. He was rescued by an emergency services helicopter, but because they didn't have time to put clothes on him, the entire village saw a naked man on a stretcher flying around in the air. Jojo recovered from his injuries, however, he was banished from the island of Komodo.
How long is an awkward silence? It can be quite short, even a real short bit can be.
You just like a tiny moment.
Even like 1, 2, 3, 2 seconds.
2. It's
1,
got to be about 2.
2.
Makes sense for it.
Anyway, yeah.
About 2 seconds, I would say, is probably the minimum you could get away
Do you
with.
think that's why they started playing music in pubs to begin with?